moving on to number 2, we've got Lamar Jackson. Patrick Mahomes, we both had at 1. Lamar Jackson, he's got it 2. I've actually got him at 4. And I'll break that down a little bit, but I'll go ahead and let him kick off the main reasons why for Lamar, and I'm going to give the reasons why I'm a little bit lower on him, but I still think he's going to kill it this year.
Yeah, I definitely I agree that there'll be some regression from Lamar. I mean, last year was insane, but I think even though his passing touchdowns will probably go down, Baltimore might be a little more balanced with adding Dobbins in another year with adding DeVornay and Boykin. I think he's still going to score a lot with some rushing touchdowns. So even though his passing touchdowns may go down and the rushing touchdowns will go as well, that combined, I still think is going to be above whoever you have as your next quarterback. So I think those two, even with some regression, putting those rushing touchdowns where the number is between 6, 8, or 10 with his rushing yards plus the passing touchdowns, I just see overall that's still going to be the second, if not the first overall quarterback.
So my whole explanation to why I'm the crazy one to drop Lamar Jackson out of the top 3, top 2 is it's two sides. One is our next 2 guys on the list I have above him. So it's not just him regressing. I think other guys are going to step up and have amazing years. But I have this small, and I could be crazy theory behind it, but watching them in the playoffs last year, everybody's going to be like, well, yeah, but he threw 500 passing yards, so I don't see how that's a good point. Was against Tennessee, they actually forced Lamar Jackson outside, and it absolutely killed his efficiency. And last year, nobody was prepared for Lamar Jackson at all, and they were trying to make guesses in game on how to stop him. And so he would either run all over them, or they'd make adjustments for that. And when they did, he'd just throw it right over their heads. I mean, anybody that's played Madden knows that trick where you run with the quarterback and the defender comes off, and then you throw it right over their head to the guy they just pulled from. It's like that in real life. He's literally a cheat code. And so he had this phenomenal year last year. And what I think is going to happen is the same thing that happened to Dak. It came out that rookie year. I know it was Lamar's second. It came out that rookie year, absolutely was amazing. And then the next year, people planned for him, and he got smacked in the face with reality with what this league can do, how defense does. So I still have him finishing with an astronomical amount of points, but I have him losing about 10 passing touchdowns, and then I've also got his efficiency rushing dropping. I still have him with 141 rushing attempts, but I have his yards per carry at like 4.9. I've not completed my full projections, but I have done his, and so that brings his rushing yard total down to like 690. And I give him 7 rushing touchdowns and 26 passing touchdowns. Still kept him efficient, but if you compare that to his last year's numbers, that's how you get that dip. And so that's why I got Lamar Jackson there at 4. That's my narrative street on it. You can ask Jay here. I've been called absolutely crazy for it, but it's just I've got a path of reasoning for it, and I can see it happening. And if he does do what most quarterbacks do, is regress pretty significantly, then I think I've figured out how it's going to happen. But then again, I could be crazy, and he could come out and be the one again. Fully understand that as well.
Yeah, I think everything reason you said why he drops is I agree with. I mean, I think all of them could happen. Mahomes, his crazy year, they were like, oh, defense will just figure him out and they won't be as good. And you can see how that worked out for the Chiefs the next year. So I think, as much as defenses will adjust, I think that the Ravens will as well. So yeah, we'll see. It'll be good.